put my chat back up. How y'all doing?
Hello, howdy, howdy, howdy.
There's some people in here.
I know there's people in here. Hey, people, how are you? Nice to see everyone.
This window is hot. This window is hot, but the sun is hot. It's going through the window, but I don't want to turn the light on, so I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, I'm going with the light. You know what? So did you ever use Copal? Copal? Did you ever use that? Yeah. So it clears the energy and everything, like sage and that, but it's just a stronger version. So about 5 minutes before I came on, that's why I said you could send it to me. Then didn't jump on, is because this room was all like it was on fire. It was so. It's wonderful for clearing out and refreshing and stuff like that. But it was just a little too much.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, you get a charcoal, you get whatever container, then you get these charcoal discs, aka this. You light this up and it crackles like a firework when we were kids. It doesn't pop. And then once it ashes over, you put the copal on top. When you get it, it's in big chunks, so you kind of break it up if you have a mortar and pestle or whatever. And you put about a half a teaspoon or maybe a little bit like that on there, and it melts on the charcoal. And the smoke is amazing.
What is the smell? Or what is
earthy.
It like, I should say?
It's smoky and it's earthy. Not I wouldn't say a good smell. Like I love Palo Santo. Oh, that smell is everything. Yeah, it's not as good as that, but it is very earthy, almost kind of refreshing in a way, and very smoky. So you got to use it in very small amounts, very small quantities.
Because sage to me has a bit of a marijuana smell, and it's like I don't know.
So you don't know Antonio, and that's my husband. He's a straight fool. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna sage the house. He's like, yeah, okay, I don't think so. I'm like, stop. Stop. This is not a Rasta thing,
That's a hell of a joint, right there.
Right, exactly. No. But yeah, because sometimes you gotta sage your cards. You gotta get them back refreshed because you know what I know, and what we know is that when you use certain decks for a while, whatever your favorite is, they get tired. You get these crazy answers to stuff, and you got to switch off if you're doing something like this, or you got to give them some rest.
Mine don't feel sticky, like I can't get them apart type thing, and mind you, it's just paper, so it's not like I put something in it, but it's almost like they're humid,
right?
They swollen and stuff together.
Yeah, I agree with that because I'm using right now. I've got one of my students recommended this. It's called the Modern Love Tarot, but it's more than just about love. Isn't this fantastic? It is a paper for me, okay? And so it doesn't have that kind of coating, and so they're just so yeah.
They are easy to shuffle. I love them.
You ever see the people that are doing like the love and the romance and this and that? Those people. I mean, they get some views, right? But they're all, and then they'll drop like 30 million cards. They'll drop 30 cards, and they're like trying to tell you, I'm like, no, I'm out because that is not for me. They'll be all on the floor and everything. I'm like,
I don't know how they do that.
Right.
This is your reading. That is you throwing your cards around. That's what that does.
Exactly. No. Let's try that again.
I mean, if that fits you, fine. I can't do it.
Nah.
It just felt like he was doing that on purpose. That's good. Now I might have lost more with that. Thank you.
And then there's I didn't even know there was all kind of different types of readings. I have a dear friend of mine. I don't know if he's in here today or not, but he's the one. Did you see him yesterday? He was on, not yesterday, but every day Andre and I were on. He came in the chat, and his name is Bryant Roll. His aunt is Esther Roll from Remember Good Times? Mm-hmm. The mother. Yeah, that's his aunt. And so he was telling me about these channels and had me go look at them. Child. That's all I'm going to say. Child. I say, wait a minute. Everything's not for everybody.
I always say that people who ask me about YouTube, I say just start it. There's an audience for everything.
Yes,
So if somebody gonna like it, put it out there.
Yeah, that's the truth of it, isn't it? Somebody is going to like it, even if you start with just a few viewers. I mean, literally, Johnny, when I started, I watched you down. I watched Linda. Well, not Linda at first because she used to be with another lady, and then when she made her channel. But I watched you, Lena, Oracle of Whimsy. I think that was it, and then eventually Linda. And I'm like, I have my own cards. I'm like, I can read with them. Let me see if I can roll with Terrell's Apprentice, you know. And then you get on, and I think I had maybe like my first video like 20 views. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hang in there. About 2 or 3 weeks later, I had a video that hit 500, and then a couple weeks it was 1,000, and then it was.
That's how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
I had 15 subscribers, and Jen Lynn said, "Hey, go watch him," and then next thing you know, I had 300. And then Lena said, "Oh, go watch him," and then next thing you know, here I am. So it's like, it happens just like that. But start. If somebody want to start at YouTube. Just start it.
But can I put a caveat in there though?
Absolutely.
I get a lot of people that take my classes. We got a class that's starting Sunday. And these are wonderful people, mind you. These are wonderful, wonderful people. They really desire, they want to know, they walk away and they can do a basic reading on somebody. They're not leaving my class because I've always been that teacher. You're not leaving until you can at least, the only reason you can't read is because you didn't hang or you left or whatever. But it's still got to be in the personality. Somebody's got to want to watch you at the end of the day, you know, because you could be a fantastic reader or mukbang eater or whatever your deal is, but if your personality is not there.
My first channel that I ever made on YouTube, I stopped it because when I watched my videos back, it's like somebody sucked all the life and soul out of my body. I sound so, it was like, it's like, what are you even saying, boy? Go turn this damn thing off. It's like,
you know what? I always had that because, you know, when you teach, it's always, well, you know, you have to have your curriculum and all of that. You have to have your daily lesson plans and stuff like that. But you don't know who the principal is going to bring in the room to see you. You don't know if you're going to have a teacher. You got to supervise some young kid in the university or somebody's parent is going to come in. So you got to always be on, you know. So I knew I had that part. It was just getting the audience there. And so
Jeannie Perez says she wants to go to your classes. Can you give them information on your tarot classes?
I can. So this class is called Tarot Enhancement. So the classes I do is I do a numerology class. I do a beginning, and it is a beginning tarot. So if you just, the first time you got your cards in, by the time you walk out of that class, you can read. This class is Tarot Enhancement rather than Advanced Tarot because we're looking at the cards in a deeper level. And then I also do an energy healing, a spiritual healing class because we all have so much trauma. And you're not going to be the best reader you can be unless you start getting rid of that stuff. So that's what I do. And so this particular class is Tarot Enhancement. So you can be a beginner, you can be an advanced in your skill set. But we're going to be looking at the cards because the major arcana, and those are like, you know, the Fool card and the Magician and Death and all of that. This is all about your life and your journey. And so how does this show up in your life? And trust me, if you're a person of a certain age, you've lived everything that's in the cards. And so, yeah, stop by. You can put my email.
I put all of your contact in the description. So your channel is there, your merchandise store is there, and your Instagram is there too.
Fantastic. And yeah, just email me and put yes in the body of the email. And Camille, who's my daughter / assistant, because she actually gets a little change too. But she will send you the information right away so you can get on board. And yeah, you'll absolutely love it. I'm telling you, Johnny, and this has been the case for the last year that we've been doing it. By the time that everybody comes in, they're strangers. And by the time that they leave, everyone's, you know, I love you, or they're mailing me cards, or they're loving on each other because they have to do some group work. And so they really bond with their group. And it is a wonderful experience, especially if you're at home a lot by yourself and you don't have lady friends or guy friends, because we get males and females that are in there, and it's a great bonding experience. Oh, there's Dawn. Dawn is from my class. She says Joyce is a wonderful teacher, very straightforward. If anyone is thinking of taking a class with Joyce, do it. Yes, thank you so much, Dawn. It's wonderful. I'm going to have you come, Johnny. I'm going to try to convince you. So I've got one person coming tomorrow. That person is going to just come and just talk about how when you read the cards, it's you putting your imagination. It's you feeling into the cards. So I want to have you next Sunday if I can get you. I'm putting you on the spot right now. And it's at 8 o'clock every Sunday. And then I'd send you the link out, about 10 minutes before. And then you just spend about 10 or 15 minutes so people can know that I'm not making this up or I'm not trying to simplify it, that you can give them really, how it works and how it goes and whatever. It's really like giving them tips and things like that from someone that's more of a master reader, So not this Sunday, but next Sunday. Don't worry. I'm going to be a little pesty bug and I'm going to send you a link. It's a Zoom.
I need to send you my phone number again.
That's yes. Yeah. Email me that. And then I will send you the link. Like I said, not tomorrow because that's day one, but we have the young lady, Lilac Lantern, Andrea. She's going to come Monday. And I really she makes her own cards. And so I'm trying to show them that you could even make your own cards, give them the meaning they mean to you, and then apply it to the situation. And then with you being really reading the tarot, showing them that, multiple decks and how you do and all of that. So
many decks. I think even that one, but I'm not positive because I have so many, came with extra cards. So you can definitely put your own energy in there, because a lot of tarot decks are 78 cards. A lot of them have 80 to 81, 85 in some cases. So,
And also I want them to get away from like keywords or, sometimes you do, of course, that's going to come up, but I don't want you just to rely on that, because I have this wonderful lady, not going to say her name, but she would spend 3 or 4 hours trying to memorize. Yeah. And it doesn't really work like that, because we are always talking about be a storyteller, tell a story, beginning, middle, and end, put your own experience into that card. Look at the picture, look at the colors. There's so much that you could pull out that card so you can tell a whole story. So anyways, look for that next week if I can get you.
So y'all, I get again the contact information, her channel, merch store, and Instagram is in the description, but be sure to email her for yes in the subject line if you would like to take the class.
Yep. Fantastic.
So
you want to work or what you want to do?
So we're going to go, oh God. Okay, so we'll start with Foxitis. How about that?
Okay. Oh, yes.
So this judge has told this man that he basically can't get bail because part of the reason is Foxitis. And so he thinks he's being discriminated against and all that type of stuff. Foxitis basically is you get all of your understanding of the world from Fox News. And I want to know, will this be a defense for some of these rioters, because they're blaming Trump as well? Will this be a defense that they have Foxitis? Kind of like, what is that thing? Affluenza.
Yes.
To where you never had boundaries, so therefore you can break the law and not pay any consequences.
Right. So can I ask you a quick question, though? The guy that the judge told this to, was he one of the, I call him terrorists, was he one of the capital terrorists? Okay.
He was.
Yeah, let's call a thing a thing.
Yes. Because if he was brown, he'd be a terrorist.
Mm-hmm. You know what? The first thing I got is the magician that tells me this judge made this up, and he better be careful of what he said to people, because they can take that same thing and build on that. And that's what you were talking about, right? Can this become a thing? Absolutely. You've already planted the seed by putting it out there. and their attorneys can take that. They can't make it a precedent because it hasn't actually, no case has been settled based on that, but they sure can and will build on that, him saying that. Yes, he will. And in fact, they will use that energy to argue. That's the Five of Wands. They will argue Fox-itis. I don't know if it'll be successful, but they sure will. Mm-hmm.
That's my first card, was the Five of Wands.
Mm-hmm.
And the Queen of Swords. Yes, somebody's going to use this as some sort of defense, because they can go and do horrible things and say, well, I got it from them. They told me that this is the way things were, so I'm acting as a result of that. The Emperor and the World, however, this is not really going to work. This is not a thing that's going to catch on very easily, because the World is big picture, but this is also a completion. Like, it starts and ends kind of in the same day.
Right. Absolutely. I've got the Ace of Cups in reverse that says, nah, we the courts, the judges, we're not gonna love this right here. No, you can get on with that.
Because I think trying to go for the Fox-itis defense kind of admits that you are a bit feeble-minded.
It does.
Because you
and
can't,
especially if that's your only source of news.
Yeah. Well, anytime.
You said feeble-minded, boy.
I mean,
I know what that means.
I can't say the R word because that's not polite anymore.
No, can't say that. But feeble-minded is the perfect way to do that.
So, on from the crazy to the disgusting. Caitlyn Jenner said that she hates, that she is sick and tired. She went on another rant about the homeless, that she is so sick and tired of the homeless. She at one point said, I wish we can just round them all up, put them on a bus, and drive them to a field somewhere.
What?
Yes. Because she can't stand looking at them when she goes to her private jet. She said that on Sean Hannity.
Oh, my goodness.
And so what I want to know is what is the core of this hatred of the homeless, or is this just a stunt for the camera to look like an elite?
Can we talk about the amount of self-hate Caitlyn Jenner has to have as well? For sure. I'll tell you this much. For her, I got the Eight of Swords. So there's a lot of confusion, overthinking, trying to find the right thing to say. Oh, you're trying to, because I think that he wants to replace Newsom in California with the recall, correct? Not going to happen, by the way. I'm just going to put that out there for all your California people. That won't happen. But it's almost as if she's working the system. I got Eight of Swords for her. I got Three of Pentacles. I feel like she's trying to work the system. She's trying to make it seem like I'm going to say, how people do, I'm going to say what you want to hear because, I can get your vote. And I'm going to sit over here and say what you want to say because I want to get your vote. She better get I got a Hangman for her as well. Like, it's almost as if she had this aha, this is the way, this is the scheme, this is the plan, this is how I will do it. And I want to add on to this, besides it not being on here, isn't Caitlyn Jenner, is she from the Midwest originally?
I think so, right?
Because I'm thinking she's from the Midwest. And a lot of times, the people in the Midwest that are here, they're very kind of stuck in their way and set in their way and their opinions. So there may be some personal truth in that, but I think it's said to capture that particular audience that she was listening to, not realizing that a bulk of that audience are the poor.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Cold Toes. So what I get is basically exactly what you just got. Here with the Ten of Pentacles, that'd be my Republican card. This is also the system. She's trying to work within it, trying to work on it. With the Temperance card. There's also a scheme with that work with the seven.
Yes, there is. There you go. Mm-hmm.
The opening card was the Five of Wands and Strength. So there's a lot of conflict inside.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the antics is what is sort of being birthed from that conflict inside. Now, mind you, there's still greed and corruption and blah, blah, blah. Like, I want to work within the system because, you know, I want to be one of you, even though they don't want you. But I want to be one of you. But the conflict starts in here. So it's not the homeless. It could have been anybody. It's, you know.
And it's interesting. Isn't that Mary J. Blige on those cards?
Yes.
Mary J. has got all the spotlight as it comes to the R&B and the soul music in the community. And so that is almost like him wanting to be just as powerful or big or admired or whatever, but wrestling on the inside with those Five of Swords on how to get in that light, like his stepchildren and ex-wife and all of that. He's a sad individual. She is a sad individual overall. And if you don't have a platform where you got yours has got to keep changing any way the wind blows so that people will like you, then, you know, what's the point? Go sit down.
Tortured soul.
Mm-hmm.
So the DOJ, I almost said G again, is suing Texas over the abortion laws. So how will that go?
Okay, let's see how that will go. I'm switching up on you. I'm using the Murder of Crows.
I have that one too.
I love this deck.
I don't. I want that one.
This is fantastic. It's black and white. It's harsh. You don't need to even put anything in reverse. I mean, seriously.
I have the Crow Tarot. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, get this one. This is good. I like that one too. What's that one? The one with the Mary J. Blige in there. What is that?
This one is It's called the Illest Tarot. ILLEST. Illest Tarot.
Oh, okay.
And the minor arcana are not fully illustrated, but the majors have celebrities on them.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. TLC. The Illest. Okay. All right. DLG. And isn't it about time? Like, what were they waiting for? As soon as they said that, they should have jumped on it. Now, Abbott wants, what do you want to do? Countersue?
Here's my problem. Okay, you don't want to take the vaccine, your body, your choice. Okay, stay out of everybody's body then. Let's just do that across the board. How about that?
And I'm going to say this too. You don't want to take the vaccine. You don't want to wear the mask. Then if you catch it, don't come to the hospital. Period. You pick a struggle.
I mean, as they say, you can't be ugly and stupid. You got to
right. Okay. Yeah, I definitely see government has stepped in. I see the King of Pentacles. I look at that as government. They're in control. They got the money. They got everything that they need. But they've been a little bit quiet, and they're going to move forward with it because I have the Hermit card. They're going to illuminate the situation. I think they're going to illuminate it. They're going to move forward on it. They're going to think about what their next step should be, for sure. But I hope that they do something because I got the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups is kind of like that guy that comes in and says, although he's going to give you the stars, the moon, the sky, and then doesn't follow through with it. So a King of Cups, a King of Pentacles would move slow, right? Strategically, stealthily, you know, and I think that would be the DOJ. For sure, but you gotta follow through. Don't just give us kind words, and they're going to go to work. Eight of Pentacles. They're going to go to work on this and see what they can do, because doesn't the Department of Justice can step in? Now, I'm not up on law like that, but if the Supreme Court hasn't stepped in to block it, can the DOJ really do anything outside of the Supreme Court?
I'm thinking the DOJ's reach would be if what you're doing in your state is not in accordance with the Constitution.
Right.
So if you're tampering on someone's rights, then I think that's when they start the lawsuit and so forth.
Yeah.
My first two cards are both to do with children, and Page of Cups is also a bit of creativity. So this is there's a strategy to this. I get the King of Swords. This is the ultimate strategist, but this is not a strategist as in war, because they don't actually use anything but pen and paper. So it's like I can get this done with words and legality. So I do get the death card here too. So something legally is going to change. Now
it's going to change. Yeah.
Yeah. The Knight of Wands moving into action, the Eight of Pentacles, this would be their work. So this is something, though, that takes a little while, not years or anything, but this does take, so it's not going to be overturned tomorrow. But somebody is still, at the very least, behind a wheel somewhere turning things in motion. So something is happening. So we can at least breathe a slight sigh of relief on that.
And I got the Moon card. So we're not going to know. You know how we want to know. We're not going to know. It is going to be kept secret. They are going to be working on it for sure. And also there's transformation in the Moon card, because if you think about the traditional, we have the lobster that's coming out of the water, and a lobster, they transform, right? They have the soft shell and the hard shell, so they regenerate. So there is going to be transformation. There is going to be change. It's going to be strategic because he doesn't want to lose the case or sit in court all the time, but they're willing to take their time and work on it. And I think that we saw that. Didn't we see that last week? This is going to be a time process. But now that we got the DOJ in it, it's more, like I said, strategic and clear that in this time, these are the things that we're going to do. And we're not going to give it for the world to see, but we're going to be working on this behind the scenes. Yeah.
Yeah, there's still some stuff to work out. But like, don't panic out there in the world. Just
that's what I'm saying.
Still doing something.
Yeah, because I'm looking at Page of Cups and I'm saying, don't panic. Okay, it's like I said, that's the lover that came and we're going to be together, and then he got sick of me and we left, and now we're mad. No. Calm down. Relax. Yeah.
People still fight oppression in 2021.
Yes, that's true.
Now, let's go to, this. I'm going to do this. Let's see. DeSantis. So he doesn't want anybody wearing masks anywhere at no time whatsoever. He's doing nothing, to advance vaccinations, or at the very least, COVID knowledge. That way, exactly what it is you're dealing with. No, it's kind of like it doesn't really happen.
And so much so, even parents are pushing back on him and saying, "Nah, you're not telling us that our kid can't wear a mask." So he's got a little fire down there.
What I want to know, though, with him is what's at the core of him. Is he a horrible person, or is he just trying to fall in line with the GOP talking points?
Okay.
Because I'm in my mind, as a leader, if you know your people are scared, you shouldn't be trying to make it worse, I think.
No, you're supposed to be encouraging and supportive and empathetic and doing your part on a positive. You know what? The first thing I got for him, so I pulled some cards. The first thing that came up for me was the Five of Swords. So he's doing it because he can. Okay, he's doing it because he's a bully inside. That's him. He doesn't care if he's telling you can't take our rights away, but he'll take his own people's rights away. That's him. He doesn't care about the turmoil or the mess or the backlash. Like, he's unfeeling to it. You understand? Even though people are suffering, it's what I want. He's got a lot of burdens on him, but the problem is he might have a lot of burdens which he could drop, but the problem is he's carrying it wrong. His approach to what he's trying to do is wrong. Boom. That's it. You can't tell people what they gonna do, what you better do. You can't tell grown people that, especially with kids, because they're like, I'm not a child. So his approach is real wrong, regardless of the burden. And the burden is that, for me, is that COVID is down there heavy. Then we got deviants that are coming. We got, variants that are coming. Excuse me, deviants too, but variants that are coming. I know there's the Delta, and then there's Mu. Mu's heard that one that's coming, and they're coming like gangbusters. So he's gonna still go his way. I mean, do it his way. Also, I have the Eight of Cups for him. Eight of Cups is not really him walking away from the situation. I mean, he ultimately will, but I feel like other people want him to walk away. I think inside himself, he knows better. You know, if you like to say, if you know better, you do better. He knows better, but he's put his foot so hard in the caca. He don't want to go back on his word. You know, some people have a hard time saying I made a mistake or I apologize.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, that's what I see in him. What do you see?
My first two cards say that. The Six of Swords and the High Priestess. Inside of him, he would love to transition it because he knows this is wrong.
Yeah.
So that makes it worse because he knows it's wrong and he's still doing it anyway. Mm-hmm. But he knows it's wrong. And I pulled this card and I laughed because Spirit told me the devil doesn't lie, which the devil is, you know, known as the liar, but the devil card does not lie. When it pops up, right, it's popping up for a reason. So it's in him to be abusive. It is in him. Well, it's everybody. People are people. But right now, it is in him to be abusive, and he is indulging that part of himself. I get the Magician and the Five of Wands. He has the power to do so, just like Joyce said, because he can.
Yeah.
And so, judgmental as it sounds,
I got the Two of Pentacles. To me, this is him talking out of both sides of his neck, okay? Because that's duality, you know. Your one hand, you know this is wrong. The other hand, this is what I'm going to say to you. But all the while, I'm going to mask up. Whenever I get a chance, I'm going to be vaccinated and all of that.
Because I bet you he is.
I'm going to look and see, child. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, I've got the swords, which is needles. I got 3 of swords, actually, needles. So that's 2 shots, and he'll probably get a booster too. And because he wanted to, like I said, he's doing whatever he wants to because he wants to. He got the 9 of Cups. I'm doing what I want to do. I love me, but at the end of the day, I love money more than anything else. And so, yeah, he's very money driven. He's very power driven. Even though he has a lot of responsibilities, he's not carrying them right. And carrying meaning he's not treating his people right. He's not making the right decisions. And he knows that. But he's not going to walk away from. He's not going to walk away from what he said. You know that I said what I said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes.
I get that too. I get the Sun. That's my confirmation card. And then because he's worried about what's in the world. 9 of Swords in the World card. He does it because he can. But yeah, he in his heart, he knows better. Okay. So let's look at Andrew Yang launching a third party.
Okay, real quick, someone to know if Joe Rogan is vaccinated. I don't think Joe Rogan is vaccinated. In fact, he
took the ivermectin.
Ivermectin.
He's fine right now.
Yeah. We'll find him in the barn, right? He's in the barn. I used to like him. Did you used to watch, what was that show when you had to eat the bugs and climb?
Fear Factor. I thought about that yesterday. I did.
That used to be my show.
I loved that show.
Okay, I'm sorry, Johnny. What did you say?
Andrew Yang, third party. How is that going to work out for Democrats?
Okay, let me see.
In a third party. Because he's got a very loyal fan base. or supporter base, however you want to call it.
You want to go or you want me to go?
We go right ahead.
First of all, he's going to defend his third party. Okay. He's got the energy to do it. He's got people that are interested in what he has to say. And he is not afraid to take a chance, to take a leap of faith and do something different. He feels like the Democratic Party is not strong enough, and he definitely doesn't want to go with the Republican Party. But he's willing to try something completely new. The plans are there. You know, he's already made the plans and had the conversations and whatever else it takes to get this together. That's in the process right now. But unfortunately, I don't see it going very far. I think it's too many chiefs and not enough Indians. You ever hear that old saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's too many people, too many thoughts, too many opinions, too much input. And sometimes when you have too much, we should do this and we should do that, all of a sudden it goes to nothing. And so it's going to end up in some type of a standstill. But that doesn't mean that he's going to let it go. Four of Pentacles says that even though it's kind of at a standstill, he's going to still hold on to the idea. And ultimately, he gets the Ace of Swords, which this could spring up into some truth or some serious interest that it can happen, you know, some serious truth, some serious victory around this other party, in as far as it's going to work against the Democrats. My opinion with the Democrats, even though you didn't ask, I'm just going to say, is that they need a backbone. I've been saying this all along. They need to talk that same smack that was talked on them for those last 4 years. They need to be able to say no and stand their truth. They need to stop trying to be so, how can I say this, democracy centered. And I know that sounds kind of crazy, but I think you know what I mean, that, you know, trying to be so
politically correct.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. Too politically correct, too fair, because it's not helping them. And that would allow actually Andrew Yang to perhaps be victorious in coming in something, because he's ready and willing to go for it at whatever cost. So that's what I'm seeing around him.
I get that with the Democrats here is my first card with the 10 of Cups.
Mm-hmm.
There may be some singling out to pushing out, because I've been asked, why doesn't he have a position in this administration? He is unpredictable.
Yes.
And they don't like that. They like predictability, because I can put you on TV and know what you're going to say. They don't have that with him. And so here is a bit of an effort to maybe push him out, or to push him on, or to, if you can go and sit in your small circle and say what you need to say to your small audience. But as long as you don't have a threatening presence, then I don't really need to pay attention to what you're saying. But here with the 9 of Swords and the 8 of Pentacles, he could have one day. They are still worried because, again, unpredictability. You have every statistician from, you know, California to New York telling you who's going to win an election. And unpredictability is not something they like, because they want to know exactly what they're facing and exactly what they're going to get.
And that's the problem right there. That's the problem, Johnny. Why can't they have somebody's a little rogue and accept that too?
They need that. They need a lot of that. And I've said it too. They need to have a backbone. They need to have a, okay, you want to play this whole, I get it, is very cute. It's very after school special. When they go low, we go high.
Right.
I always say, when they go low, you thank them for being in a better position for me to kick you in the face. Sometimes you need to fight fire with fire, because you don't get nothing accomplished because you trying to fight fire with gasoline. So it's like, this is not the time to try to be cute in front of the camera. This is the time to roll up your sleeves and do what you can.
Absolutely. And I know also, everyone has a right to protest or march, and they're coming out there I'm gonna call them the Trumpsters, even though some of them are with him and some are not. But I'm gonna say those really far right individuals. But they should have come so strong behind that 1-6. I know they're doing the investigation, but they do everything that's so step by step and procedural, and it's slow, and it's this and that allows these people to come. And now they got to beef up security outside the Capitol again because they don't know what they could possibly do. What is their agenda? Where are they meeting? And we got a whole CIA and everything else. We could be finding out all that information, taking it to somewhere. So they kind of tick me off too. I wouldn't join another party though. I'm independent. I'll be the first one to say that. But yeah, they need to be a lot more vocal, a lot stronger. And that's the thing that everyone kind of, I think, liked about Biden when he was giving some of his debates or speeches and stuff, was this kind of, he was giving these little snarky kind of comments and stuff. He was very Scorpio-esque, so you just can't talk mess on a Scorpio. They're going to sting you back, even if it's a little tap. And so we're not seeing that now, so. And
that's what we need. Somebody, anybody during those 4 years to stand up and say, you know what, Donald Trump, you're a liar. Instead of, oh, this is a fabrication, this is a mistruth. Say lie. That's what it is. Say lie stings. Therefore, that's what we need. Call a thing a thing.
Yeah, that's what I say. Let's just say it. Please stop with that.
Well, speaking of lying, Chris Wallace, who works at Fox News, said that he is not having any conspiracy theorists or election deniers on his show. So what I want to know is how is the climate around Fox News and him? Do they like him? Do they hate him? Do they secretly want him to go, kind of like a Shepard Smith type of thing?
Like they like him. I don't know what you're coming up, but part of them like him because they're trying to expand their audience, and so they're supposedly a little more balanced, and that could draw other people in, independents, particularly in politics, so that you could see, oh, we're not all bad, and then they can feed you what they really want you to know.
I do get that. Here with the Eight of Pentacles, there's the work card, the first thing. It's King of Swords, Six of Wands. He's elevated for, it's a respect thing too. He's been there for 6 million years and he's not bad at what he does. So it's not like this is a stretch that you have to respect such a person. The Hermit and the Knight of Swords, there are some, naturally it's always a person at a job that you want to pull to the side and, grab them by the neck type thing.
Right.
This, for the majority of it, he is well respected, actually, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I have him as the star, and the star card can mean just that, fame. Yeah. So he is a star for them, and they got the Four of Pentacles. They want to hold on to him. They don't feel like he's got to go, long as he can draw an audience. They want him to bring in, like I said, an independent audience. Two of Cups. They don't mind working with him. They like the partnership of it because if it makes them money, then that's what they like. So I feel like they're going to try to keep him there as long as they can. Like I said to you, I don't know why he hasn't decided to go himself. I don't know if you have, because I don't have like big money, like there's no. So no, they're gonna keep with him though.
Well, you keep on keeping on. I guess I don't know. It's, to me, I couldn't work there. Whether or not I agreed with anything anybody said, I still couldn't work there.
Yeah. I couldn't either. He doesn't really like it, though. He's got the Five of Swords. He doesn't really like being there. And he does, Seven of Cups says he does think of what other choices or what else could I do or where else could I go. I don't see him going, But you know, Seven of Cups is about trying to make a decision, but you haven't made the actual decision yet. So, yeah, that's what I see with him. But they like him, as long as you bring in those dollars, those dollars. Can we take a quick look? I know this is not what we talked about, but Megyn Kelly, because now she's trying to speak up on things, and I want to know what's her goal, what's her end game. So can we just take a quick look at Megyn Kelly?
That was the one who just talked to Caitlyn Jenner, I believe, who went on a rant about the homeless again.
And I think she talked about what's the little girl name in tennis? The little girl that didn't want to play Naomi. Is it Naomi Osaka or something like that? You guys probably know who it is. Yeah, diva for sure, Chris. What's around? What does Megyn Kelly want?
She was heralded as a hero when she left Fox News because of why she left it, because apparently the sexual harassment and this and this and this, and she was harassed by Donald Trump too, and so then she was another hero. And I'm like,
wait, I'm gonna have to break that up. I'm gonna tell you this. Yes, Naomi Osaka. Thank you. Truth be told, yes, all that did happen to her, but Megyn is a real big girl. Megyn is a clout chaser, a mountain climber, so she could have lived with that if NBC had not. I think it was NBC didn't offer her a show and yada yada yada. That's what that money that she was going to make would lured her. Unfortunately, a lot of women in those types of environments, especially, we know that environment at Fox was very toxic for females.
She was one of the toxic ones.
Yes, and so she could have stayed at there, but it was money.
Okay. Thank you, Pam.
She wants another bite of the apple. She wants to get back in because she kind of disappeared after she talked about the blackface Halloween thing.
Mm-hmm.
If they say thieves always want to come back to the scene and always come back to the scene of crime. So she wants another bite at the apple. She really does. She's given this a lot of thought from a financial aspect as well as a celebrity aspect, and she would love to have the opportunity to be back in front of people and spout what she knows. And she would rush to get out there to whoever offered her a position. She's smart, but she's I gotta say this, like loose tongue, doesn't really give a thought, should I say this or should I say it that way? She just runs out there and does it.
Yeah.
I don't see nothing really stable for her. I got the Four Wands in reverse. So she wants all that accolades and fame and this and that, and she might get a podcast if she doesn't already have one, something like that I see for her. But
that's what she's got.
Oh, does she?
But she wants to be back on TV.
Yes, that's what it's showing me. She wants to be back on TV, and podcast just came in my mind that she could do that. And probably now you say she does, but I don't see her in a long-term stable at this point back on TV.
At least not right now. I got the Death card and the Fool. Things changed, but they downgraded.
Mm-hmm.
They downgraded a lot. And it was, now mind you, the Fool teaches you that this is you. This is your start. This is your journey. This is your mistake, even because you were not prepared for what it was you were doing. Page of Swords, you talking, out your behind.
Right.
And the Moon, she was saying stuff that she should have maybe gone over and rehearsed before.
Exactly.
So
or talk to somebody to find out.
Ready for TV. She's not a TV ready person.
Mm-mm.
The thing with her is she was blonde and she was in a dress, because that's pretty much all you need to work at Fox News. But she was not the one at all to carry forth any kind of message. But here with the King of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, just like you said, she wants to get back to where she was.
Yeah.
She wants to get back to that land of security, to that land of opportunity. She wants to get back on the road to, I won't say, well, financial freedom is hard because she has enough money. But to get that steady check that she used to have back in the day, she wants that life again.
Right.
And it may not even be about the money. It could be more about status. She just wants to be Megyn Kelly on TV again.
Mm-hmm.
The Devil and the Ace of Cups, she's willing to do whatever as far as signing your soul away for these opportunities. The Four Swords, it's about greed, but it's more about an image greed, like she wants to be a star.
Yes.
Five of Cups, Two of Pentacles, she does regret a lot of the imbalances of her life, not because they led her to a mental awakening that she's not the greatest of people. No, because she wants to be back on TV.
Mm-hmm.
She gets the lover's card. She wants that audience again. So she wants to be back on TV, but I don't see it.
No, I don't either, because ultimately I have the Chariot in reverse, and so she's not going anywhere. You know, she's not going to be victorious in anything that she does, and she needs to take care of herself and her life and get it together. Money means so much to her. Fame means so much to her. I don't think you should be lusting after anything like that. And she's got karma. She has karma coming her way, and I'm seeing it. She has karma, but not good karma. You know, things that she's said and done. And also, I feel like they look at her as a traitor. Fox does, you know, for what she said against them, and then she jumps onto the other side, as they felt like, and then they didn't want her. So now, you know, you're between a rock and a hard place, really. Neither side wants you.
Stuck in podcast land.
Mm-hmm.
That's where everybody goes when they leave TV.
Absolutely.
So let's look at, will Kamala Harris be ready for the presidency should her time come? They put a date on it, but I don't know if Joe's going to do the one term and be done, or if he's going to feel like, okay, I need another one. But so I won't do the time thing, but will she be ready when her time? Right now, she's doing a lot more than any vice president in the world history, it seems like, because they're grooming her to be the chief one day.
That's what they're doing. That's exactly what's in my mind. They're grooming her right now. Because it's a whole thing to be California's AG versus, you know, being the president. And then I got a question for you too. It's on my mind here. Boy, I got 3 wands. I got the 5 of wands. I got the 9 of wands and the 8 of wands. It's a lot of energy around this. If she'll be ready. There is a lot of energy. There's a lot of passion around it that she herself has, but people around her have too. Like, do they want her or do they don't want her? But she can stand her own ground. She definitely can. This opportunity is going to present itself to her. It actually is going. I got the Page of Cups. The opportunity is going to present itself to her. And yeah, oh my goodness, she is being prepared. Just what you said. She's being prepared. I got the 3 of wands as well. And I got the Fool card that says, yeah, I'm gonna take it. They offer it to me, I'm gonna take it. And they're gonna offer it to her. They're going to offer it to her. She will get the vote. She's gonna take a lot for her 7 of wands. She's gonna hold her ground. From now on in, wherever she's doing, whatever they got her doing, she's gonna stand firm and hold her ground. And she's got the Hierophant that says that this is traditional government, and this is a traditional government that she will have that position. She's got 9 of Pentacles on her. She's going to do everything slowly, and she's going to have advisors, and she's going to know which one way to turn. She's got a natural type of intuition, a knowingness, and a feelingness inside of her that won't have her just spouting off random stuff. She has learned a long time ago from growing up, her college days, attorney, all of that, how to use words And so that's what she will do. But they have so much power and energy and hope around her. It's not funny. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Yes, they are preparing her, and she will be prepared to take that position. What do you got?
I start with Three of Swords and the Moon, which
Mm,
is like an auspicious start. However, um, you kind of have to think too: is anybody ready to
right.
literally rule the world? Yes, you may be president of the United States, but people herald you as the most powerful person on earth. That is something to live up to. So there is a bit of learning curve here,
Hmm.
which naturally there would be. However, she's getting it in a way other people have not, because as the VP, they say, hey, immigration, take that on. Go talk to Mexico. Go talk to Germany. Go talk to the UK. So she's getting a lot on her plate because they want her to be president one day.
Hmm.
And so I get, just like you got, the Page of Cups and the Fool after that. There is a new journey. There's a lot of maturing to do. The Hierophant and the Page of Wands. They're putting her in a in a lot of roles, because if she's going to be president, you're going to be in all the roles. So
Yes.
they're putting her in a lot of these different roles here with the Hermit and the Justice. She will find balance.
Hmm.
She will, at the very least, find the balance you need to be president. I don't know what kind of balance that is, because I will never be in that position. But
No.
here is going to be some sort of balance she finds, and then the Ace of Wands, the new action, and the Page of Pentacles. This is your offer. So, yeah, she will be ready. At the very least, she will be there, kind of ready. So,
Hmm.
good luck to her. That's a
And I
lot.
pulled up some clarifiers. I got the Chariot. I've got the Sun. I've got the Seven of Wands, really thinking about herself and her going and what she should do. And I got the Nine of Cups, being very happy, getting what she thinks that she wanted. And then I have the Eight of Pentacles that says she's going to be working, working, working. Either she's working now or she will be when the time comes.
Yeah.
And let's keep in mind, too, we have had women in leadership in other countries and in tribes, you know, forever, forever. So,
Yes, because this is more along the lines of, well, in my standpoint, I can understand how this is might be perceived, though. From my standpoint, will she be ready, since she's going to sort of be the next in line?
mhm,
Me, I think we should have had a female president a long time ago, but that's a whole
absolutely.
other thing, because Anyway, that's a rant, so I'm not going. What was your question? You said.
Okay, so my question is, do you think that if Ruth Bader Ginsburg had retired during Obama's administration, we wouldn't be going through all this with the abortion situation, or with what's happening in Texas, or the masks, or the this or that? This is not a reading. This is just, I'm asking your
I
opinion.
don't think, because when he tried to pick, they still blocked him.
Mm-hmm.
So if she would have left and he would have tried to pick, they'd have blocked him then too. And I put that still, even though there's enough blame to go around, I still put that back on Democrats. Because when it came time for midterms, when it came time to make sure he still had a Democratic majority
Right.
everywhere, they didn't step up and help him.
Mm-hmm.
So Obama was the person who could have done a lot more if he had a lot more help. For all the people
Absolutely.
say, "Oh, he didn't do nothing for us. He didn't do nothing for us." What did you want him to do?
Right. I agree, because that has been sort of the sore point for a lot of people. He didn't do nothing for us, whoever the us's are.
Mm-hmm.
Um, as far as if she had retired, had it changed things? I don't really think so, because he tried to get Garland in,
Oh yeah,
and it didn't happen. So just because they replaced him with someone else, it could have still been not. But then too, let me just put this in. This was close to the end of his term, and that is the BS that what's his name used, McConnell used, to say no, we're not picking at this time. But
yeah.
say at the beginning of the first term, like the first year, the second year, maybe, I don't know, but I think they would have blocked him only because of what you were saying, that he didn't get the Democratic support that he needed to get, you know. So
he was trying to run a country by himself, it felt like.
yeah. Well, he did get us out of that seeming 2008 mess when everybody were losing out. I was in Vegas, of course, at that time. It was crazy. People were literally trying to get into apartments, and homes were foreclosed left and right, you know, so it was crazy at the time. I think Florida as well.
I was in Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm. Perry Griffith, she said, no, Joyce. I don't know. It's just a question, just a wondering.
I don't think it would have changed, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So we got time for one more?
Yeah, let's do one more. I barbecued, so I'm going to have that. I barbecued some chicken today. I told you I'm a grill master. But also, we're going to go see that Marvel movie, the Marvel movie with the karate, kung fu, Marvel. Aquafina is in it. I can't think of the guy's name. He's a big star in Asia.
Oh, I heard about it.
Or something like that.
I forget the name, though.
Yeah, we're Marvel people over here. So
I love anything superhero. Now, mind you, I have not been to the movies since 1995.
Oh, wow. Well, listen, we've only got in the whole county, there's 30,000 people. And that is a number of cities, little cities. And I think we got like 1,000, maybe 1,500 in my little bitty city. So we have one movie theater. But, you know, no one's really going because they'd rather go to we have a drive-in. They like to go to the drive-in. So we're going to go to.
Shang-Chi is his name, they say.
Is that the name of it? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, thank you, Cam. I'm so excited to go see it. Although she wanted to see Candyman, and I just, no.
Isn't that just a remake, though?
It's yeah, I guess it is. What do you call it? Not a part two, but you know how they do. They make a remake. Yeah, it's a remake. So
I like the original one, I guess.
Yeah. I'm not a big scary movie person because I think I'm a scary, like a scary. I'm like this watching. Oh, don't tell me over here.
I don't like stuff jumping out at me. I do like a creature feature. Is what I like the monster movie type thing.
So yeah.
So speaking of monster movies, the president of Haiti who was assassinated, the prime minister of Haiti is not under investigation. He's being questioned at the moment. He's been invited, is how they wrote it, invited to have an interview about what does he know since he spoke to the man the day before. He spoke to the man that killed the president. Well, allegedly killed the president.
What's his name? Do you know his name?
Ariel Henry. He is the prime minister that spoke to the alleged murderer the day before. So does he know anything about the assassination? If 2 cards fell out, I'll keep it then.
Here you go. Child, stop it.
I can't do it.
So he's in charge right now, correct?
Mm-hmm.
He sure is. Look at him. There he is right there. I'm in charge. It's what I say. It's what I want. He really wanted this power and position. Doesn't really know what he's in for, though. Oh, Lordy. Did he know something? You tell me. Did he know something?
I mean,
whoa, right.
Don't laugh.
Wow. Okay. You know what? I'm not going to say on your channel, but this is what I got. Can you see that?
I can.
Yeah. So that tells me everything I need to know. So you can take it away.
I got 3 of Cups and the Hermit. So there will be a full-fledged investigation. Now, mind you, I don't know how things work over there. If they're like in Uganda, they had some sort of incident, and it was like an internal investigation, and it was over in 2 days. So it's there will be something there.
Yeah.
But I get a scheme, but something is going away from him. Like there is somehow or another. I don't think you can tie this all the way back to him legally.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, he may have had a conversation with this person, but what did they talk about? That they exchanged green bean recipes. So it's not like you have a transcript of the phone call.
No, you don't. You
And
don't.
so I don't think that there's any real trouble coming his way, but I think he knows
I
some
think he
things.
definitely knew what was going on, and for him, it was power and by all means necessary. And so this transition happened, and it benefited him. But I got the Eight of Cups as my last card, so I'm stuck with that. Like, you got what you wanted, you went behind and under and beneath, and you knew what you knew. Maybe it is the what was it, the president, right? The president left.
Mm-hmm.
And then the president left. Oh yeah, and then the president. Okay, I see. So it looks like he knew something. I'm not gonna say he was the henchman, but he wanted this. He wanted this power. Okay, first it was like in this devilish way. This I'm oppressive, and he will be that. And he got what he wanted, but he's not coming across like that right now. But he will be. And then this transition happened. Maybe transition now he is in charge. Maybe transition that the president left and walked away, and our plan worked out. Three of Wands is like, oh, our plan worked out.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, there's a lot going on in a lot of countries that are, we complain about ours because now we're seeing, I mean, really seeing things the way they are for the most part. Most people are really seeing things the way they are. And I didn't know that was going on. And now Trump put the spotlight on all of that. So,
Mm-hmm.
but other countries have always had these types of situations, and they've had to live under that. And I'm not suggesting that we do, but I hope that we become who we are. We are Americans, period. We're not putting up for a lot of that mess. So
At the very least, be conscious of what you have. Be grateful for what you have.
yes,
You know,
absolutely.
there are not still right now. There, who knows what happens, but there right now there's not armed people outside on every street and militias and like you may don't be scared of the Trumpers. There's more of you than them. They just talk loud.
Yeah, that's it. They just talk loud. And if you go over my channel, I did a reading on them. They are coming. That's for sure. I did that last week, but I didn't see any big brouhaha. I saw that the Capitol is going to be fortified, and let them do their thing.
Because they're
They
not
go
brave.
about the
You
business.
know, like I always say, if you want to be brave, go fight ISIS.
There
Don't
you
walk
go.
around a free country with a big gun. That don't make you brave.
Mm-mm.
So anyhow, thank you, Joyce, for joining me.
I
And
loved it. I knew
thank
that I
you for
would.
having me on your channel last week. I did post that video on my community page. If y'all want to go see that, we had some ha-has and kikis over there too.
We did.
I put her channel in the description below. I put her merch store and her Instagram. Y'all go and check those things out. Also, email her if you would like to join her tarot class. It
Yep.
is
Do
every
it either
Sunday and
today
Monday.
or it's Sundays only. It's Sundays at 8 o'clock, and then Saturday is a tutor day. So if you feel like I didn't get it or I need a little more help, then you come on see me on Saturday. That's an optional day, but it's never optional for me. I'm always there for you guys. Yeah, you can get in touch with me that way. And then if you're interested in the class, either tonight, let me know, or by tomorrow morning, and that way we can get you on the roster and get you going. And you, my friend, not this Sunday, but next Sunday, you'll come to my class.
Is it 8 p.m.?
It's 8 p.m.
Oh, I will be live 8 p.m.
You'll be live at 8 p.m.?
Yes.
Tell me, give you 10 minutes. Give me 10 minutes.
Well, we'll see what happens. So thank you, Joyce. Thank you all for
You're
coming.
very welcome.
I'm going to go eat sweet potato pie because I made a whole bunch of them.
I saw that. It looked yummy.
They were too.
All right, guys.
Thank y'all for moderating. Thank you for the soup chats and all that good stuff. I'll see y'all tomorrow on Becca's channel. Bye-bye.